Hi guys, I'm Patty from Patty Basemi. I wanted to tell you a little bit about myself and answer a couple of questions about my new collection, Daydream.
How did you discover quilting?
I was first introduced to quilting when I wanted to make a baby blanket for my first daughter, my first baby, Barbara, which is helping me do this interview right now. Um, I've always loved to collect little pieces of fabric that I like, and so I never really knew how to use them until I started quilting and I learned how to use them doing patchwork.
Why choose art gallery fabrics to launch your first fabric collection?
Art Gallery is my top choice. I am so grateful to them and I'm so proud to be working with them. They have been so supportive of me from the start. I met them when I would go to quilt market with my mom. She has a quilt shop, and I was in charge of choosing the fabrics for the shop. And so I would always love to sit down with our gallery and choose the collections. They were always very warm and welcoming. I've even visited their offices in Miami, and I'm always so excited and happy to go and see the wonderful work environment that they have and just how well they get along with each other. Also, the feel of the fabric is just so buttery and soft, and I I'm very happy to be with our gallery.
Describe your design style.
My design style is definitely has a hand drawn look to it. I do try to do everything sketched out by hand and keep that sketchy look. It's definitely a sweet. Right now, our Daydream is very girly, and I think that right now I'm very into like a cottage core look. So I do have sometimes inspiration by certain little vintage things, and so I think you can tell in my art style.
5 things you can't live without.
Definitely my sketchbook, my watercolors, and my pencils. I take them everywhere I go. You never know when you might need them or an idea might arise, so you have to quickly write that down or start sketching it out. My iPad, it helps me clean up digitally, and a good book. I love to read, so I'm always carrying a book or buying books. My camera for sure. My yeah, at least the camera on my phone to take pictures of anything that might inspire me, or if I see someone wearing a pattern that I like or a color combination, I'm there carefully trying to take a picture without being noticed.
Who or what experiences have inspired your work?
Definitely, my childhood has inspired my work and all that world that we create when we're kids that we kind of lose as we get older. But I think that my kids, well, really made that come alive again for me, and so that inspires me tremendously. Also, nature. I love to grow a garden, and right now we have chickens, so I just love to see what nature has to offer and everything that I live with my kids.
Can you tell us more about the story behind your collection Daydream?
Daydream, yeah. So this collection was really inspired by a poem that I wrote when I was walking one day out in the forest. I started seeing certain things and realized that it reminded me of certain memories that I had as a child, of certain people from my childhood, of certain family members, or certain just memories in general that I had. And so I wrote a poem, which is in wishing jars, in the print wishing jars. You can see it, and that really is what made everything take off. I started drawing the world that I had when I was a little girl and what I played with my daughter Barbara.
What are you most excited for to see makers create with your collection Daydream?
I'm very excited to see everything that is going to be made with it. It's a dream come true to see your designs out in the world and them being used. I hope that they bring as much joy to you as it brought joy to me to make them and to see this whole process through. So I'm excited to see everything that is being made. I know there's going to be very beautiful little girl dresses and baby clothes and quilts and bags, and I'm just so excited to see it all.
Any tips for new quilters?
Tips for new quilters. Definitely, I think that one of the best tips that I got when I was starting to quilt was to always give it a try. There's certain techniques in quilting that you might be scared to try because they look hard, but really just dream big and go for it. If there's a certain color that you like but you don't know how to use, or you think you don't know how to use, or you're just scared to use it, go ahead and give it a try, and you'll be surprised.